guys, welcome back to ASMR Retro, and today I'm going to review this amazing Spider-Man comic book because the new Venom movie, the third Venom movie, what's it called? Dances with Wolves? I don't know, bro, it's called something like that. It's coming out soon, so I thought let's check out this comic where Spider-Man fights Venom. It's one of their early battles. I actually had this issue since I was a kid, and as you can see, it's quite damaged. There's a story behind that, but just know that I usually treat my comics a lot better than this, even when I was a kid. But yeah, so here we go. This is issue 317 of The Amazing Spider-Man. Came out in July of, I think, 89 or 90 or something like that. Oh yeah, and by the way, I also have the Marvel card featuring this famous battle. It actually features issue 300 and 317, which is this issue right here. But yeah, you see Spider-Man, he's trapped in the symbiote's grasps, so to speak. And it says it's the world's greatest comic magazine. And there you see the thing, he's like, hey. And it says, has Venom become kinder and gentler? Read our lips, Spidey. No way. So yeah, really good artwork on the cover there. But let's crack it open. Okay, make sure it's nice and centered there. Start off with a cool Metal Gear ad here. I love these old ads in the magazine or in the comics, especially the video game ones. But anyway, so here we go. We start off here at May's crib. It's like a boarding house slash where she lives, and Peter Parker just recently moved in, and he's kind of freaked out because he knows that Eddie Brock escaped from jail. He says, oh, well, when he has the costume on, he's Venom, and he's pretty much indestructible as far as Peter is concerned. And he knows who Spider-Man is, and he's sworn to kill him, but he doesn't know where he lives. So he's hoping that'll give him enough time to figure out, how to defeat Venom. And he says he agreed to take Aunt May for out shopping, and there she is. So I was like, alright, let's get going. He opens the door, and he's like, no. What does he see? Wait, you can't open. Turn the page. There we go. He sees Eddie Brock just standing there, very chill. He's like, hi, I'm Eddie Brock. Can Peter come out and play? The Sand and the Fury. That's kind of a weird name for it, but anyway, yeah, that's pretty terrifying. Imagine you see your mortal enemy who's trying to kill you, and you don't think he knows where you live, but boom, he's right there. Pretty cool stuff. And then, so there you see him introducing himself to Aunt May, and he's kissing her hand, and his other hand's like trying to grab her from behind him. Peter grabs his hand and trying to stop him, and you see the symbiote slowly forming on his hands, like, and he's trying to hold it, and he's like, this costume is too strong. It's an alien, of course. And while Eddie Brock's talking all nice and whatnot, and then he's like, I need to talk to Peter for just a little bit, and then he breaks his hand free from Peter's grasp, and that's a really cool way of showing that he's stronger than Peter. Like, Peter has no chance. Okay, so they go for a little walk, and he's like, Peter's like, how did you find me? And he explains that, I guess in a previous encounter, he took Peter's clothes, and he sees like the change of address form in his pocket or whatever. So that's pretty careless of Peter, but, and then, so Peter wonders why he didn't kill him while he had a chance in front of everybody. And he says, Eddie Brock says that he didn't want to, they're in this, busy suburb, they didn't want other people to get hurt, so he does have some morals and values, I guess. He's not a pure evil villain. And he doesn't want to reveal Peter's secret identity because he wants Peter all for himself. He wants to be the one to essentially kill Peter, but if everyone knows, then some other supervillain is going to come along and attack him. So he's like, don't worry, your secret's safe with me as long as you play by the rules. Oh, nice bubble bobble ad. Bubble bobble is dynamite. That's pretty clever. Okay. And then, okay, so then he explains that he knows a place. I don't know if it's an island or a beach or something, but it's pretty deserted. Where's it called? Seacrest, on the tip of Montauk. I don't know how you say that, but anyways, it's like, yeah, let's meet at this place. And that's where we'll have our battle. Essentially, it's always deserted in the winter. I guess it's winter time now. Even though this came out in July, but you know. He's like, we won't be disturbed there. And he's like, I'll be there. And then as he's running away, not running away, but he's leaving. It looks like he's running. He's like, play by the rules. Yeah, right, last time he almost killed me. So he's like, I'm gonna get some help this time. And he just, I guess, exposes his chest to everybody with the Spider-Man costume underneath. I like this little frame here. It's got like the spider webs and the little spider dangling down, like when they do stuff like that. Okay, and then we get a classic shot, or picture, or whatever, of Spider-Man swinging through the city. Very nice artwork there. And then we see in Manhattan some poor construction dude falls off a crane or something. Yeah. But don't worry, Spider-Man's there to make the save. Thwip. I always loved the thwip, but I always made the sound effect like. That's how it sounded in the cartoon in the 90s, anyways. So yeah, he saves this dude, and that's just to show that, like, and he's like, you know, I can save people easily, but the hard thing is asking people to help me. He's like, they'll probably laugh. So then he goes to the Fantastic Four crib, building, condo, I don't know, bro. And there you see the thing, lifting up some massive thing. He tells them the story, and he's like, you're on the Beyonders planet, you know about the symbiote, and blah blah blah. So they know the story, doesn't have to explain too much. He explains how the symbiote hates him because Peter rejected it, blah blah blah. And he's like, yeah bro, no, we got your back, no worries, just holler when you need me. So there he is, and he's like, holler. He's like, you. And so now he's back at May's house, and he sees that Eddie Brock is helping her fold laundry, which is again a pretty terrifying move there for him. Of course, Aunt May doesn't know anything. She's like, oh, he's such a helpful young man. So they go to the side of the house, and he's like, yo, what's all this about? It's between you and me. And Brock is like, I might have called him Brock Lesnar if I did. I meant to say Eddie Brock, but you know, it's pretty much the same thing. But he says, that's right, you and me, not the Fantastic Four. So somehow he followed Peter Parker because Spider-Man can't, his spider senses don't work on the symbiote, so he didn't realize that he was being followed. Take no prisoners, Operation Wolf. Nice. But anyway, okay then. He's like, it just reminds him that we have to meet together alone. And if you're not alone, if you try to get help from anybody, then, you know, I might tell, wait, what does he say? All those sorts of things could start happening to all sorts of people, or whatever, something along those lines. It's like, that bother you? Call a cop. And then he uses the symbiote to morph into a cop and just walks away. And so Peter talks to Mary Jane. I guess they're married at this point. She's looking through some photo album, and she sees young Peter, a picture of Peter when he was young. So anyways, he tells her the whole story, and she's like, you gotta get help. But then he explains why he can't. Brock will spill the beans on his identity. He could put her in trouble, put me in trouble. So then she's like, just promise me you'll find a way to get help. So he's thinking, okay, how am I gonna get help and avoid Brock. Then we just got an advertisement page. This guy does a comic book. Skip that. So then he arrives at this, there's a no, he's not a scientist, he is a psychiatrist, I guess, named Dr. Charles Jefferson. I guess he was in other issues. Kind of looks like a, what's his name? Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank here. The Stanley, wow, I don't know why I couldn't think of that name. But anyways, he's like, and he sees him, Spider-Man, outside the window. That would be terrifying if you saw that all of a sudden, even if you know who he is. And I always thought this kind of looked like a fish tank or something that he was stuck inside, but anyway. So he talks to him, and basically what he derives from him is that, you know, the whole thing that Venom basically, or the symbiote basically loves him, and it's a love-hate relationship where basically the main emotion coming out is hate, but it's the same as love, that kind of thing, you know what I mean? So anyway, and I guess Venom didn't care that he went to go talk to this guy. He probably thought, okay, this guy's not a superhero, he's just talking to him about something else, so I guess that's why he didn't care. But anyway, he arrives at this, at the place where you have to fight, whatever it's called. And then, okay, talking about the love thing, so he goes inside this thing, and he changes into costume, and then, boom, you have Venom there. He says, top of the morning. Spider-Man goes flying. I believe this was my introduction to Venom, and one of the first times I really started reading comics, and I was really impressed. I remember by the fight scenes, of course, the story as well, but just like all the detail and the damage that Venom was doing to Spider-Man, and the power that they were able to depict in Venom, I found very interesting. But anyway, so now Spider-Man's on the floor, and he's like, he wants me to run, but I'm gonna try to throw him off by doing something he's not expecting. So he gives him a nice spear right into the gut. And it doesn't work very well because Venom just whomps him head first into the sand. And then he's like, okay, that was a bad idea. So he dodges one of his attacks. And then, okay, then he's like, wait a minute, he just stopped. Why? He's letting me catch my breath. And then you see he has some, I don't know, a symbiote, I say symbiote tentacles into the sand, and they go up behind him, and they get him in the face and all over the place. And then, boom, he drags him under the sand. He's like, get over here, basically. Oh, I love this shot here, to the way he's holding his head, and the way, like, all the, symbiote goo, or whatever you want to call that, is in his hand, and it's, like, starting to drip on his face, or his, his head, basically. And then, he goes flying with a massive punch to the face, and lands here. And then, he talks about how he has a disadvantage because, his spider senses aren't working against him. So this part's kind of weird. He looks like he pulls something off of this wood. It's not clear what it is. Oh, I love this though. Look at Venom, he's like so giddy. He's like, he's going to die. Oh, happy, happy, happy. It's funny. I picture him like running across the ground on his fingers like a spider. It makes me laugh. So then, Spider-Man's like, oh, maybe fire will do the trick because I worked on him before. So Venom busts to do the thing. It's like, knock, knock. And then, he says, knock this, Smiley. And he has, I guess, a flare gun. And he shoots there's some fuel on the ground. It ignites. And then Venom just jumps into the water to, counter that. And it actually looks like, reminds me of, I think, Alien 4, Alien Resurrection, when the aliens are swimming in the water. But anyway, it does have a Xenomorph vibe to him. So now Spider-Man's up here, and he decides to shoot a spider tracker on Venom as a way to compensate for the fact that he can't sense him, but at least he can sense his tracker on Venom. But that doesn't work because the symbiote finds it, and then Venom gets it, and he just crushes it. And then he just grabs a whole pile of wood, and he just throws it at Spider-Man right in the face. And then he falls down, sploosh, into the water. And Venom is holding his head underwater and choking him. And he's like, oh, I'm doomed. There's nothing I can do. What should I do? Give up? And he's like, wait a minute. That's it. That's what Dr. Jefferson said I should do, basically. So he knocks Venom off of him, and then he rips off all his clothes, and he's like, "You want me? Then take me. I'm yours." So wow, I guess he was taking this love thing a little too seriously, but Venom's like, "No more fun." He's like, "I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the alien." Whoops. And then, yes, blah blah blah. If you want me, come get me, kind of thing. And then, the alien starts, coming off of him. And Venom's like, "Wait, I gave you a home. We shared a beautiful hatred. You can't do this to me." And then he starts going towards Peter. Starts going up at him, and he's like, "Oh my god, what's gonna happen?" And then you can see it's like kind of stretching between both of them, and it's like, yeah. And then Peter wakes up, he's on the ground, and he says, "I must have blacked out. The costume, it's all over me. It's slow thing off." I know you said that word, but it's basically just dripping off of him. And then you can see there's AD Brock with the symbiote remains on him, and Peter's walking away. So basically what happened was, I guess the symbiote couldn't decide between the two of them, and then the strain or whatever was too much, and they all blacked out. They all passed out or whatever, overwhelmed by the choice that it had to make. And Peter gets up and walks off. So I guess we count that as a victory for Spider-Man, since he was able to. It was more of a double knockout, but hey, Spider-Man got up first and walked away. I guess 10 count to get up. So. And there you go, there's the issue. Let's see if there's anything else in here. Some more ads. Nintendo games, start your pulses. Get another ad on the back there for bikes or something, I don't know, bro. But yeah, there's the issue. One of my childhood issues. I really enjoyed this one back in the day, and I still enjoy it. I love the artwork, the storyline, and the fact that Venom is so powerful, and he should be able to beat Spider-Man, but Spider-Man uses a noggin once again. It lacks a bit of the humor or any humor that Spider-Man comics usually have, but still, it made sense because he was worried about a lot of things. So, anyways, there it is. There is Amazing Spider-Man number 317. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the new Venom movie, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.